Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video we have some MJ news to talk about. From the Bratz x Hello Kitty collaboration dolls official release, Sasha exclusion full breakdown and what that's all about. First look at the Bratz Mean Girls Spring Fling Wave 2 dolls and more, so stay tuned, subscribe, hit the notification bell, become a member today, and let's get into it. Okay, first off, we do have Rainbow High news to talk about first, with the official Rainbow High Instagram account finally posting official pictures of the new Rainbow High, color and create dolls. This latest wave is all about airbrushing, I believe. So yeah, obviously these are extra perfect looking because these are pictures that I want to post that makes the dolls look extra good, but I'm not really sure how anyone who's actually going to buy the dolls is going to be able to actually make these designs themselves. Like, do the dolls include like stencils that have these shapes? Is there some kind of like pattern that they include that you can follow instructions and stuff? Like, I feel like they make these dolls look better than they actually are, like the actual gimmick. Can you actually do this yourself? But yeah, they're super cute. Obviously the one with the curly hair is the best one. Like, she just has super adorable freckles, even without like the color on her. I feel like she looks amazing, just like pure, like just in white clothing and like the white hair. She kind of gives me albino, she's just really pretty. So I'm loving this new wave. Then they also shared official pictures of the new Shadow High budget dolls, which is really cute. They're cute budget dolls. I mean, obviously it's really cool that Shadow High is back now, seemingly, that with every post that they share with Shadow High now, it seems like Rainbow High, like the official account, is acknowledging like they are going to play a larger role in the latest story beats in the season, right? So I'm just kind of curious, like, okay, where are they gonna pop up again? Like, it's been a second since we've seen Shadow High characters in the animated series. So I'm just kind of like, wondering, okay, are they just bringing back Shadow High dolls because they used to sell good, or is it because they actually have a plan for these characters, like a story plan? I don't think they have a plan. I think they're probably just making it up as they go, but let's see, let's hope for the best. These, again, really cute budget dolls. And then, yes, most recently they also shared the official first looks at the new Shadow High collector, Heather Grayson and Chanel Onyx dolls. Now, obviously, we've already seen stock photos of them for a little while now, but they confirmed that they will be available on Amazon, but they really only mentioned Amazon, so I'm kind of confused. Are these Amazon exclusive, or will they also be sold in normal retailer stores in person, or, Smith's Toys for European fans? So I'm kind of curious about that because I haven't seen the listings on Smith's Toys yet for these two. But I'm assuming they will be available. I mean, like, why wouldn't they be? They're Shadow High dolls. So yes, the pricing again for these, I believe, is like 25 or 30 bucks. I'm not sure. They're a little bit more expensive. And let's remember, they do not include doll stands, unfortunately, yes, but they do have wrist articulation, which is a great thing, a great comeback, of course, for sure. I just feel like I've seen a lot of people get them in person and kind of talk about the quality not being as good as the original Shadow High dolls, which I do think that goes without saying that that's just unfortunately the case. The original Shadow High dolls just had more quality. They had 2 outfits, they had accessories, they had jewelry in some cases, right? And of course these new collector dolls, they're just not up to that level yet, but at least they are definitely in the right, they're moving in the right direction with this release. So I'm glad that they happened. I'm not gonna get any, I don't think, for myself, because again, I have the original ones, and for me, I feel like that's enough. Like, a really gorgeous designs. Like, I kind of wish that the original Chanel would have had braids, because I feel like that looks so amazing on her. But for now, I'm happy with my old ones. But it's just these are cute too. It's just, I wish they had stands. I wish they had more, good, like, just quality, apparently, because like the hair apparently is not good. Some of the fabric pieces apparently are not that good from people that have received them already. So, let's hope that they continue on this path and keep improving. So we get back to where we used to be. Moving on to Bratz news. First up, we did have a first look at the new upcoming Bratz Mean Girls collaboration, Wave 2. This wave is called Spring Fling and includes Janice, Regina, and Katie in their Spring Fling looks. But also, second outfits once again that are, I think for Janice and Regina, they take place around the apology scene in the gym, and of course right before Regina gets hit by a bus. For Katie, I don't believe this outfit actually appears in that scene. I think this outfit obviously appears in the hallway scene where she falls into the trash can. So once again, we do have a bit of inconsistency here with the second outfits that they chose. For Katie, it doesn't fit with the scene that they chose for the other two characters, but nonetheless, I do really like these second outfits that they picked for these dolls. For Katie, of course, I love the second outfit. For Regina, the second outfit is really understated, but it's really versatile and so eye-catching because right away like from which scene it is. And then for Janice, it's, first of all, hello, it's our first doll of Janice here, which is amazing. The second outfit is very accurate, it looks like, at least. And then of course the Spring Fling looks also look really cool. For the most part, again, they look really accurate. And let's just keep in mind that these are really blurry, low quality resolution pictures. So obviously we won't have a really good picture here of the dolls themselves, like for instance Regina and like the harness thing that she's wearing, like the neck brace or whatever around the head. Like we don't really know what that's gonna look like in person. Or Katie, like with the jacket and the pants, like do they all have the same face grading for Regina and Katie, or do they have new face gradings making them even more unique as dolls? For Janice, obviously she's completely new because we didn't get her before. So I'm also curious about the packaging. Obviously the Mean Girl book was the packaging for the first round, which made sense, but for this round I do think they're gonna have new packaging design because it wouldn't make sense for them to have the Mean Girls book, like the burn book again. So I wonder what it will look like, and also when will they release. October 3rd obviously is a huge Mean Girls staple, so I do wonder if they're gonna have a tease on October 3rd and official release date information, or if they're gonna have the first drop be on October 3rd, which would be insane because we just had the early sale for the Hello Kitty dolls, which we'll get into. But honestly, I wouldn't put it past Bratz to do this if they had the first drop be Katie on the 3rd of October. But let's see. I do think at least we'll get a teaser and official information on October 3rd. Or was it October 4th? No, I think it's on October 3rd, right? Like that's the day that Katie gets asked by Aaron, like, what day is it? Right? So I do think we're gonna have some more information by then, hopefully. But for now, first impression wise, I like them a lot. They're really cute. I like the second outfits probably more than the first wave of Mean Girls, and I hope to get them. And yes, lastly, we had the official release, first early release on Bratz.com of the new Bratz Hello Kitty collaboration dolls, which include Yasmin, Chloe, Jade, and actually, there's no Sasha here. We'll talk about that later, but for now, let's get into each of the dolls individually. First up, we have Chloe, which for most people would be their least favorite, but I think for me, actually, she might be my second favorite. She's really cute to me. She's giving Trixie Mattel for whatever reason. Maybe it's the hair bump, maybe it's the kind of like inspired outfit here from like the 60s or something, right? Like the jacket is very inspired, I think. Then the skirt underneath peeking out, like I love the silhouette here. It's really, I don't know, like I like it. Also underneath the jacket, we do know she's wearing a t-shirt with the Hello Kitty bow, so that's really adorable as well. We love seeing layers, obviously. Her purse being the Hello Kitty bow in red, also adorable. I feel like she feels the most mature design out of all three because the other two have more like cutesy kawaii designs going on, but here for Chloe it feels more like mature, because like Hello Kitty as an icon there's no Hello Kitty face on her design. It's only the Hello Kitty bow. Well, okay, we do have like Hello Kitty faces on the like little ribbon strands on the skirt, but still, like for the most part, like they really emphasize the bow detail on her design, which I like. I like that detail. Like it's very unique to her specifically, and I think that's really cool that they really chose to give Chloe here a more, I don't know, again, to me, it looks mature. To me, it looks like, you know, like, oh, sophisticated, or at least they were trying to go aim with that, you know, goal kind of look. At least for me, I like this design. I like the hair. I like the face. I like the shoes. They're brand new molds for the shoes. The purse. I like her. I really do. So for me, she's my second favorite. I just, yeah, easily. Like she's, I know like a lot of people don't like her. Again, I don't know why, but like for me, she's really cute. I like her. Now, next we have Jade, who might be my least favorite just by default because I like Yasmin so much more, but I still like Jade. She has a really kawaii kind of design in contrast to Chloe. We have a beret with the Hello Kitty face in white. Her hairstyle is like in twists with the elastics being in red, which I love that detail. Also important to note is that Chloe and Jade both have like fringe, and for Yasmin it's also fringe, but it's more like choppy. So interesting that they all three of them have like very similar hairstyles when it comes to the, you know, front space. Obviously they have different hairstyles in the back, but you know, the outfit for Jade is basically a sweater with like little holes in the sides of the sleeves. Then we have like the Hello Kitty motif on the front. Obviously it's a really nice pink. Then we also have the pleated plaid skirt underneath, peeking out, really cool, cutesy. And then of course the new shoe mold, which are just some simple pink boots, which apparently in person they appear more purple than pink, which is interesting. The purse is the milk kind of design, milk carton design, which, yeah, really cute. But I just don't know, for me, her design is less interesting, you know, to me, than Chloe. Like Chloe, I prefer more over Jade, but still, again, really cute, really kawaii. You know, I feel like this is very, very Jade, but also at the same time, it would have been really cool to see each of these characters to be inspired specifically by unique Sanrio characters, you know, like Jade, like Kuromi or Hello Kitty, and then Chloe could have been like Cinnamon Roll or, you know, like so another character. Like there's so many Sanrio characters that they could have been themed after, you know, but instead they all are just Hello Kitty themed, which is okay, but just makes it less unique and fun. Still, Jade is really a fun design here overall. And lastly, yes, we have Yasmin, and she's my fave. I think she's most people's favorite just because she is, I don't know, to me, she feels like the most effortlessly Hello Kitty inspired without it feeling too much. You know, like there's not too much Hello Kitty here, but just enough, you know, the Hello Kitty iconography, like her face obviously on a long sleeve shirt. But then we only have the Hello Kitty bow on the pants, and then she even has this cute little like ruffle skirt over the denim pants, which are a separate piece, which is amazing. But the ruffle skirt in white only has like other icons. It's not Hello Kitty's specifically, like her face or bow. It's like different stars and like hearts and stuff. And then those little icons also match the icons on her headphones. So I just feel like Yasmin here feels the most like what we wanted out of a Hello Kitty Bratz collaboration, because it's really casual but still really cutesy and understated and just simple but good. Sometimes less is more, you know what I mean? So I feel like she just looks very street chic, you know, like it's just very realistic and casual, and but still, again, something that most people would actually wear, and something that I think is just very comfortable and still, like, again, cutesy. I don't know, she's just so, she works really well to me. Again, I also prefer the wispy bangs for her fringe. That looks much better than the straight fringe that we have for Chloe or Jade. You know, it's whatever, but I prefer these for Yasmin. She has pigtails, and then again the headphones, and then her purse is the Hello Kitty shape of the head but no face. So again, like, it's just really cute. Like, I love the purse, I love her. Also, they all include a little base stand, which is great, because they are $34.99. They're $35 basically. So they're expensive, more expensive than usual Bratz playline launches, because, you know, these are a collaboration, but they're still playline, I think, because they're going to be showing up in most retailer stores as well. But yeah, again, Yasmin, she's my fave. She looks amazing. Now, like I mentioned, these had the early first release on Bratz.com yesterday, or yeah, depending on when you watch this, basically, it was on October 1st that they had the early release on Bratz.com for these dolls. And I think so far they've sold out, because I've seen comments on the post that, you know, people are asking for restock. So I'm assuming that at least some of these have sold out by now already, if not all of them, at least for the first stock run of these dolls. But again, these are just the early first selling of these dolls. They again will be available in all major retailers down the line. Bratz themselves have confirmed that they will be available at Target, Amazon, all the other retailers eventually. They just had an early release for these dolls on the Bratz website first, which also came out of nowhere. But also interesting for me as a international collector here in Europe, when I checked the Bratz website, it shows me, like on the homepage, it shows me the, like the Hello Kitty collaboration, like it's active. But when I click on it, it doesn't show me anything. It's just like a blank page. So to me, that's, is not a good thing, obviously. And I did kind of try to get into getting the dolls in my basket, like via other links. But then it turns out that before checking out, it told me, it doesn't, like these, specifically the Hello Kitty dolls, they do not ship internationally. So really weird. I don't know why. I don't know what that's about. But I guess we're going to have to, for international fans, or at least for some European fans, we're going to have to wait for these dolls to become available on Amazon or, Smith's Toys, probably, I don't know, down the line, because for whatever reason, again, other dolls, they do ship to my location on Bratz.com, but not these Hello Kitty ones. Interesting. I don't know why, but it is what it is, at least for now. What was your experience like getting these dolls early from Bratz.com, if you were there when they first dropped? Because again, it didn't work for me. Now, speaking of things to add to GS doll, we do have real life pictures of these dolls in person. You know what I mean? I'm not sure which store they were found in here. I'm assuming Target. But yeah, so that's what I mean. These are obviously going to be available in most retailers as per usual. These are not an exclusive Bratz.com ordeal, thankfully. I just hope that for European international fans, they should also become available on Amazon. But yeah, they have been found in person, and they look really cute in person as well. I'm really honestly shocked at how good they look. Like the face is just so cute. Also, I didn't mention this, but the face greetings are definitely inspired by Tokyo Agogo. So that's a really nice throwback, especially because with the earlier concept art that leaked of these dolls initially, they had normal Bratz faces, nothing too special. But now they look different. So I think it really fits the vibe, the kawaii cutesy vibe. It just is really perfect using the Tokyo Agogo face greetings. Okay, and now let's address the bunny in the room, which is, yes, where is Sasha? What is happening? Okay, yes, so I was just as shocked as everyone else when we first had the group photos that came out, and it was like official that, Sasha was not part of this lineup. Initially when we had the listing leaks and all of that, that came out a while ago, Sasha wasn't there either, but, we kind of figured maybe she's like a store exclusive, or maybe she will come down the line. But no. Here we are with the early release of these dolls, and no Sasha in sight. So I don't think this is a kind of like, oh, but she's coming later. Oh, she's a store exclusive. Like, no, girly, she's not coming. Her invitation got lost. Her invitation got lost in the mail. Or nay, I don't even think she got an invitation, to be honest, for this collaboration. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. This is really shocking to me because, Sasha, it's interesting because, with the recent releases of Bratz collections, Fashion Pixies, Sasha, Scorchin, Sasha, Stylin, Sasha, Play Sports, Sasha. Like, Sasha is everywhere. She is part of the main group of girls for a reason. She's a part of the, OG group. Like, of course, Sasha is always here, or she should be at least. But now she's not here. And I don't think this is similar to what they do sometimes with the collect releases. Like, for Jade, Bratzversary Jade was only her, obviously. Chloe Holiday Doll Frosty Nights, it's only her, obviously. The John Paul Gaultier Sasha doll, it was only her, no other doll. Or like GCDS, it was only Sasha and Yasmin. For Cool Gaia, it was only Chloe and Yasmin. So, you know, and for Omo Lola, it was also only Jade and Felicia. So they've done stuff like this in the past where, you know, it's like a collaboration with a brand or some like another, you know, entity and they only have like half of the OG girls, or it's like Chloe or Jade with another secondary character like Felicia. You know, they've had this done in the past and it doesn't seem as out of place because it's not, usually it's always like 2 dolls or 1 doll, you know, like collector level. But here it sticks out much more because we have literally 3 out of the 4 and Sasha is the only one not included here. I think that's a really specific distinction to think about here, that it's not like, oh, and if you think about like, oh, Jean Paul Gaultier, Sasha, you know, she had a doll, it was only her, so maybe because she had that release, they didn't include her here with the other girls for the Hello Kitty collaboration. But that's besides the point. You know, they, again, like I've mentioned, we've had previous collector dolls of only 1 doll, of only 1 character, or only 2 characters. That's not out of place. Here it is out of place because we have majority 3 out of the 4, but Sasha is the one missing. And on top of that, it's Hello Kitty, it's Sanrio. Sanrio has a history of not, you know, diversity issues and stuff. So it's very complicated, but it really speaks volumes that even knowing the conditions that Sanrio would have for a collaboration like this, Bratz, MJ, they would continue moving forward with excluding Sasha, knowing, acknowledging the exclusion, the erasure of Sasha as a character here, especially when it's the 3 out of the 4 main girls. Like, let's say, if here we had Jade, Yasmin, and Phoebe, or Jade, Chloe, Roxy, if it was Jade, Megan, Fiona, like if it was literally any other lineup and not just the 3 OG girls, it wouldn't be as suspicious. It wouldn't be as, you know, weird, right? But because it is literally Yasmin, Chloe, and Jade, and Sasha is the only one not here, it's really raising a red flag. So anyway, I think you know what I mean. It is definitely on purpose. And very crappy behavior, especially in 2025 by MGA. But of course, I'm not surprised. It just sucks, especially because we have these really nice AI concept designs shared by Bratz, that Bratzy thing on Instagram, which include Sasha, and also not just including Sasha, but also giving each character, again, their own respective Sanrio-inspired character. You know, My Melody for Sasha, Kuromi for Jade, Hello Kitty for Chloe, and for Yasmin, Kuropi. Yes, I think this as a concept would have been way better. And of course, Sasha, look at how adorable Sasha looks like here. She would have been, again, she would have ate. Her design in this Hello Kitty lineup would have been amazing. She would have, are you kidding me? She could have had so much potential. But nope, she was erased because of racism. I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. I mean, it's like, do they not have a conscience? Like, do they not know that most people like have common sense and they would be very suspicious about this kind of like marketing and just this kind of release, like excluding Sasha? Like, don't you think like most people who are Bratz fans would raise an eyebrow at this erasure of Sasha? Like, it's so obvious. It's so like it's right there. Like, doesn't MJ Bratz, don't they know that we know? Like, we are smart, we're not dumb people, okay? So it's just I don't know, it's really weird. And yes, it even took AI you know, to get us to have these really amazing concepts of the girls and more interesting designs, because apparently, you know, MJ just cannot give us what we want most of the time. Even though I do like the Hello Kitty dolls, what we do have here. It just really sucks that Sasha's not here. And then on top of that, again, like I do think like if they each had like their own little respective you know, Sanrio character that they were inspired by, that would have been much more unique and fun. But you know, in the end, this really sucks in so many ways, like Sasha not being here, the designs not being like the most amazing, the price point also, and then also the release date, like the release for international fans, like not being available to us, like that is really weird. So a lot of suspicious behavior here from this release, but I'm interested to know what you think. Are you getting any of these Hello Kitty dolls, or is the erasure of Sasha really putting you off, and are you not going to be supporting this release? Because again, I think some of these, if not all of these, have sold out on Bratz.com. So obviously people are buying them. So obviously, even if people are not happy with Sasha not being here, people are still buying them. So unfortunately, I do think, you know, we're gonna have to make MJ listen perhaps in other ways, because it's too late now. MJ has seen that we've you know, that they've sold out, and so to them, Sasha not being there is not an issue. They just think about the money. So unfortunately, it doesn't seem like they're gonna fix this issue unless we actually are more vocal, and if we talk with our wallets, which would be if we don't buy them. But again, they sold out, so it's like, okay, well, that ship has sailed. But are you getting any of these perhaps on sale, or, you know, like down the line if you see them in person? Or again, is Sasha not being here really just, yeah, too much for you? And like, because to me, I do like them, I would like to get them, but like, it does feel just icky that Sasha's not here, and to me it almost feels like good that I cannot get them on Bratz.com right now, because it gives me more time to just like kind of forget about these dolls, and maybe one day I'll get them on cheaper on Amazon. But like, they're cute, but like for me, Sasha not being here also gives me a reason to not want to get these right away. You know what I mean? Like, it gives me a reason to not have to spend my money, you know, because I do feel like already very mixed towards all of this. It's just, I mean, like, who wouldn't? Like, Sasha is one of the OG girls. Like, are you kidding me? This is like, this should not be a conversation we're having today, you know? Sasha should have been here, you know, period. Like, what are we talking about? Like, this should not be an issue, but it is. So, but what do you think? Let me know down below, and I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and please consider becoming a channel member today. Become a cutie. Link to join is down below if you're able to, of course, no pressure, and so you don't miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the doll tea you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time stay peachy. Kisses.